Alright guys, as you know, it's a bad day for cryptocurrency. It's been a bad day for the it's been bad for the last 3 days in particular. Uh, Everything is pretty much in the red. The crypto market is pretty much in a scare right now, stemming from the Asian market, in particular the Korean and Chinese markets, where they are looking at banning crypto trading from on the exchanges, and it's caused a lot of worry and fear in investors and a big sell-off on not just Bitcoin, but pretty much everything. A lot of news articles are saying, "Oh, we were right. Bitcoin was a bubble. It's over. It was the whole thing was a scam." No, that's not the case. Bitcoin will recover. It's just gonna take some time, and it can have these big pullbacks that happen, and right now, because of how fast the market has grown, it causes fear when something drops so quickly, and so you'll have big extremes. This is a risky market. I went into it knowing that it would be risky, and I have done well. I turned $800 into where I stand now, which is just over $10,000. I have sold my Saga coin, and I have talked about that in a lot of my videos. My Saga coin is now sold, and I did sell it for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to get into those now. And you can see where I sold it. It was at 10:51, so just about an hour ago I sold 1053 Saga. Alright, and the reasons behind me selling were because I saw Bitcoin at a good price. It was at $9,300. A good time to buy back into Bitcoin. I expect, like last time, that there should be a decent recovery once that happens. Like last time, it went all the way down to about 10,000 and then bounced back up to all the way to 15. And I don't know if that will happen now, but I tried to find a good place in the market that a bounce would happen, and I was looking at the volume, I was looking at the price, I was looking at the candlesticks on multiple time frames to see if 9,300 around that area would be a good time to sell my Saga and get back into Bitcoin for a recovery. And so far, it's been a good trade-off. Saga coin is at a pretty good place in the market as well, but as you guys know, the crypto markets do follow the Bitcoin. When Bitcoin is rising heavily, other cryptos maybe not rising as much, but they're still rising as a whole. If Bitcoin is falling, other cryptos are maybe falling a little bit, but could be rising. But if Bitcoin's falling hard, that's where things change, and the entire market as a whole falls as well. So Saga coin is at a pretty good place for a bounce back up, and I suspect it will do so. So why did I sell my Saga if I think it's going to run up? Because I think that Bitcoin will run up faster, and I will potentially have a better investment, at least in the short term, than I would with holding on to my Saga coin. And so far, that has been the case. I sold my Saga coin at about $9,500 worth in US dollar, and now it says it's worth $1,125, but this is actually an old number. It's actually probably around 10,500 now. So I'm just waiting for the Google to refresh their numbers. And I might, and I've sent that Bitcoin over to my Binance account, where I will consider trading, going back into Lind. Might go back into Lind because it's a great place for a bounce, considering the price action on the candlesticks. They all look really good for additional push up. Or I might go straight into my broker at Traders Way, my Forex broker and continue trading in the foreign exchange market because I feel more comfortable. It's safer, it's a little slower, but that's where I might be wanting to go now, considering that the crypto markets are very, very risky. They're up and down. You can lose 50% or even 100% of your profit within a day. And I have made good profit, 800 into over 10,000, and I'm kind of wanting to hold on to that. So that's why I'm making the decisions that I am right now in an attempt to do what I can with that 10K in a smart way. And right now, Bitcoin is still recovering, is still looking good, and I'll just wait to see how far this goes. I'll be watching the candlesticks on multiple time frames to see how they were reacting. If another extend down may happen, then I might try to switch that and push it into my brokerage at Trader's Way as soon as possible to lock in that US dollar profit. Or I might even send it over to Gemini as well and transfer that Bitcoin into cash as well. So for those of you that are still holding on to the recommendations that I've made, Saga Coin, Duo, all these, Trident Group, all of them will likely recover. It's just going to take some time for them to do so, because it was a big pullback. It was a big sell-off that happened, and so that the sell-off will recover, but it will take some time for things to move back to where they were, including Bitcoin. All right, so BitConnect. BitConnect has, as you can see, tanked. Is because they basically have closed their doors. BitConnect has closed their doors on lending and their exchange, saying that it was because of bad press, cease and desist orders from Texas and from North Carolina, and DOS attacks. These are kind of all excuses in my opinion. I think that they have started releasing. They made news announcements about a new coin that they're releasing soon, and it's an ICO right now. And I think that they've been planning to swap out or get rid of BitConnect for a while, honestly. And it just happened to be pushed to today, which is a little bit earlier, I think, than they expected, because of the sell-off that was happening on Bitcoin. So they sent this letter when BitConnect was worth $363. I saw it way too late, so my BitConnect went from $363 in value to now where it is $19. It was much worse before. It was actually at about $9. So now BitConnect is just a coin. Who knows if it will actually recover and shoot back up someday, but it's not looking great for BitConnect. So what does that mean for Dvorcoin? As I have a $474 investment at Dvorcoin, and I'm a little bit worried about if the lending platform is sustainable, and that's why at BitConnect I have always withdrawn my profits daily since August of 2017, and I know some people that did not do that and actually made a lot of money, and I made a decent profit. I did lose a portion of it once they closed their doors. But overall, my experience was good at BitConnect, and I'm not upset that this happened. And I will hold on to my BitConnect right now, as hopefully someday it will reach back up to a decent amount where I can sell it. So Dvorcoin, I will continue to pull my profits out of Dvorcoin, and I think that it is still a decent investment. Do I know if this kind of platform is sustainable? Well, at least it's sustainable for a year. That's what it was with BitConnect. So we'll see if Dvorcoin can last. But I suspect and I recommend that you be smart with your investment. Maybe you should do a 50-50 withdrawal of your investment at DeVorkCoin, or a 3070 as well. And consider something like an investment plan like that to help you get your money out in a safer way than just leaving 100% of it in. So we take these precautions as we see the competition closing their doors. So what does that mean for other lending platforms? I don't know. We'll have to see how places like lending cryptos like Chrysos handles things over time. I liked and recommended Chrysos, and we'll see how that turns out. But it's the same problem. Is it sustainable? Is it sustainable in the longer term? And my plans have changed. As you know, my Saga coin is sold. I'm currently on Bitcoin, and am waiting to see what my next steps are. So for you guys, I recommend not getting too scared. The market's not going to die. The cryptocurrency market is not going to die. It's not dead. It may have been in a bubble. In the bubble that I'm going to say, I'm not going to say that it's a bubble that's going to just pop and it's over. It's a bubble that went too fast. It grew too fast, and it will shrink in size, but it will continue to grow over time. It just is going through growing pains where there was too much of a push, and it has to have some kind of fall, and that's what happened, and it may continue. We'll just have to wait and see if it's over. Was 99,000 the lowest point that Bitcoin will ever have? I don't know. I suspect not. But my plans have changed, and I still need to. I still have a few decisions to make, and things might change for me. If I may not do crypto anymore. If so, then my videos on YouTube will go back into trading in the foreign exchange market, which I invite you to join me with, because that is what I'm doing there is a much safer investment over the longer term, even though it's maybe less profit in the short term. All right, guys, I think that's it for my update, and hopefully you guys didn't experience too bad of losses trading in the crypto markets, but moving on. Fingers crossed. See ya.